Welcome back to another on-base baseball video. My name is Brian Haffringham, and I'm the designer and creator of On-Base Baseball. In this video, we're going to do a continuation of the sort of introduction I made for Dog Days Baseball, which is a new game that I'm creating. Sort of a traditional charts-based cards and dice game. We have these cards here that you're going to flip. Then we're going to roll, and then we'll cross-reference our roll results. If it's if it's just purely a count card, we'll use this chart. If it's straight to an outs, we have our outs chart. We have our hits chart, and then we have our batter and our pitcher chart. So if it comes up a batter or a pitcher, that means the batter or pitcher is in control of the at-bat. Pitcher results generally favor the pitcher. But they are graded out A to D. This is based off of a player's FIP, fielding independent pitching values. And then if the control goes to the batter, generally the result is going to be in favor of the batter. Although there are all kinds of results on here. There are errors, there are outs, there are Ks and walks and home runs directly off of these. So you can still have a home run off of the pitcher, and you can have a home run from the batter as well. There are hits, and if we draw a hit, or if it comes up as a hit, then we roll again, and then we consult the hits chart. The back side of this chart is we have some these are our manager cards that you can play. So these are our manager cards. So steal, a hit and run. We can do a squeeze play. We can do a sac bunt and a bunt hit. And then if we get into the situation where we need it, we can bring the infield in. So these are sort of our plays. This is our infield in chart. That's also graded by the type of player that is up. There's lots of different, up to here is a hit, so about a 40% chance for a hit for an A player. And then it goes down 38%, 36, 30% chance for a hit for a D player. And you can see here that the D players have no opportunities for home runs. So these blanks just mean you keep kind of going down. And you can see here there's some asterisks. It might be hard to see on the video, but there's an asterisk there, so that means a line drive single to right center field, and the runners are going to advance one extra base. So that's what the asterisks mean. In the gameplay guide, I sort of lay out what all the different symbols mean. I think if you've seen baseball and been around baseball, you can probably figure your way through it. 1B is a single, 2B is a double, HR is home run, etc. Big G with a little b is a ground ball, big F with a little b is a fly ball, big L with a little d is a line drive. So this is a ground ball, and the play is 3 unassisted, so the first baseman unassisted, and he makes the fielder's choice, which means that the runner would score from first or from third. So lots of different things that can go on here. Lots of sort of different types of double plays. You can go 1, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3. There's different fielder's choices. So a lot of things can happen in this infield in scenario. On the hit and run, same thing. We're graded out by player grades, and then you can see basically down to here are the hits. So it's about a 300 average for A players, and then it just kind of goes downhill from there. So a 21% chance of an opposite field or some sort of hit for a D player. So about a 10% shift in range as far as from an A to a D batter. They have more opportunities for a strikeout with a caught stealing if you're a worse batter. So trying to be relatively realistic with these things. And with the steals, each player is graded out. I have them here, and we're going to play this finish playing out this game, but you can see here that this rating here is their steel rating. Kind of a speed steel rating. And so they're each player is graded out, including the pitchers who are batting. And you basically roll against each column if you're going to choose to steal. For sack bunts, bunt hits, and squeeze bunts, all of our bunt plays are here. So you would just sort of, see, okay, I'm going to sacrifice bunt. You roll the D10, you reference where it is here. There's a 1 chance for getting a ground ball single on when you're meaning to sacrifice. Otherwise, it tells you which way to go with the fielder's choice. So some of these down here where you go 1-6, 2-6, 3-6, that's going to be, an unsuccessful bunt where the runner's thrown out at second base, but the fielder or the batter is safe at first. And then a lot of these others are, there's a few errors on here. So really just try to think about what are all the possibilities that could happen on a sacrifice bunt play or a bunt hit, and what's plausible, what's realistic. And I looked at actual percentages as much as I could find as far as bunt hits. So it's about a 20% chance of getting a bunt hit. And these are not graded out by bunting. I don't know how I would find that out because there are no particular bunting statistics. I mean, you can see how many bunt hits someone had, but that would really be like there's no value for that. It's just, 3% bunt hits, and you'd have to go through every single player. So if you wanted to do that, you could, but I'm not going to do that. I don't think for this game. There's no easily, like here, these are discernible values that I can manipulate and sort of section things off. Same with the speed. And then finally for the squeeze play, there's lots of different options here and things that could happen. There's double plays, there's strikeouts, you strike them out and then the catcher tags the guy at home. So it's sort of strike them out, throw them out. There's a lot of different things we can do here. And then there's an opportunity for an infield hit. So obviously, when everybody's moving so much, there is a chance for an infield hit on those plays. So those are our cards that we use for the manager. I have 2 sets of those, so you could play head-to-head with someone. And just when you want to play it, sort of lets everybody know, hey, I'm going to play this card, and to look on the appropriate chart. So let's go ahead and get into this game. We're already in the we're heading into the top of the 4th inning. It's 2-1 Detroit. This is a 72 Tigers at home against the 72 White Sox. So the White Sox got it's a Wilbur Wood ground out to the pitcher. And he got an RBI on that ground out to the pitcher. Carlos May scored, and that was in the 2nd inning. Also in the 2nd inning, got a leadoff home run from Bill Freehan, and there was an RBI double from Norm Cash, who knocked in Willie Horton singled, stole second, and then he was knocked in on the Norm Cash double. And so that's the 2 runs for Detroit. Detroit has a 2-1 lead. The actual score in this game was 6-1, Detroit over Chicago. We still have Wilbur Wood and Mickey Lolitch. Those are our 2 pitchers on the mound, so 2 really good lefties going at it in this one. And we're going to pick up in the 4th inning, and we'll just go through the gameplay. If you want to see more of an introduction to the game, then you can watch, there's a video on the channel called Introducing Dog Days Baseball, and you can check out that video and see a little bit more about the introduction and what I was thinking in making the game. But in this one, I wanted to make sure I just play out the game, and you'll learn a lot, I think, just by watching the gameplay. So it's a 1-2 count, and we're going to roll our D10. 2 D10s. So a 1-2 count and a 31 is going to be a strikeout. So that is to Ed Herman. He is leading off the 4th inning, and Lolitch gets a strikeout, and that's out number 1. Next up is the pitcher, Wilbur Wood. He is a right-handed batter, even though he pitches left-handed. He's a 0-0 count here, first pitch, and that's going to be a 99. He's going to be hit by the pitch as Lolitch lets that one get away. And Wilbur Wood is going to be at first after the hit by pitch. He seems okay. He's going to stay in the game. And here's a 2-0 pitch. We go back to the top of the order with Walt Williams. Williams is a D batter. 2-0, a 6 is going to be a strikeout. And that is out number 2 as he strikes out for the 3rd time in 4 innings. So he's got the old hat trick. It'll be Mike Andrews to the plate now. We pulled an out card, and so that means we're going to roll, and it's going to go straight to the outs. We don't do anything here, nothing for the hits. It's going to be a 73. Mike Andrews is a D batter, so we go D, and we cross-reference the 73. It's a fly ball pulled to left center or right center field. He's a right fielder, so it's going to be pulled to left center. And that'll be a fly ball to the left fielder, and that's going to be out number 3. So down go the Sox in the 4th inning. They don't score any runs, and it is still 2-1 Detroit as we head to the top or the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Norm Cash, Mickey Stanley, and Ed Brinkman against Wilbur Wood. So here's the 1-1. That is to Norm Cash. The 1-1 is a 12. That's going to be a strikeout. So Wilbur Wood gets the K. And next up is Mickey Stanley. Stanley flied out to center field his first at bat. There's a 2-1 pitch and a 40. 40 is going to be a hit. So we go to our hits chart, and it's a 7. We have a C batter. C batter for a 7 is going to be a first single, line drive, and pulled, and that's going to be base knock pulled into left field. So Stanley is on with his first hit of the day. Runner at first base, and Ed Brinkman to the plate. He struck out in his last at bat. First pitch to Brinkman is a 4. He's going to be 2 strikeouts now as he goes down for out number 2. And the pitcher, Mickey Lolitch, now to the plates. First pitch to Lolitch is a 97. 97 is going to be an out. And he's a D batter. And so a D90 is going to be a pop out to the shortstop. So we go P6 on the put out, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. They do get 1 hit in the inning, do the Tigers, but they strand them at first base, and that's going to bring up the White Sox in the top of the 5th. Still 2-1, our score here. This is 72 Sox at the 72 Dodgers, the White Sox. It'll be Dick Allen, Bill Melton, and Rick Reichert against Mickey Lolitch. So here's a pitcher card. So for the pitcher card, we come over to our pitcher chart, and we have a 55. A 55 for an A pitcher is here, and that's going to be a walk. So just inside the walk result, and that's going to be a runner at first base now, Dick Allen with with nobody out. It'll be Bill Melton to the plate. Let's go ahead and do a hit and run. Melton is a C batter. And just to show you what that mechanism looks like, we get our hit and run card. So let's flip this over so we can get our results. And we're looking at this chart here. We have a C batter, so we're going to roll and consult the C chart. So C and a 98, that's going to be a fly ball pulled to deep left or deep right, and that's going to be an out. He is a right-handed batter, so that's going to be pulled deep into the gap in left field, but the left fielder is Willie Horton, and he's there to make the play for out number 1. No advancement from the runner as he goes back on the fly ball. So Rick Reichert now to the plate. First pitch to Reichert is a 78. That's going to be an out. And we have a 34. Reichert is a C batter. So C34 is going to be a ground ball pull to the first baseman or the third baseman. For him, he's a right-handed batter, so that's going to be pulled to third. And let's go ahead and make the out at second base and just go fielder's choice. I'm going to say a 5-4 5-4 fielder's choice. That'll be out number 2. Again, I don't have the there are some of these that have very specific outs that are made, but I don't have a lot of base running or fielding stuff with the game at this point, so I got to build that in. So there's an 0-1 pitch to Carlos May, the lefty. Here's a 74, so an 0-1 74 is going to be an out, and on the out roll, he is an A batter. So A48 will be a ground ball 6-4-3 or a grounder to the shortstop. So with 2 outs, it's going to be a 6-3 put out. And that's going to be out number 3. So no runs. They do get 1 runner on, but they strand 1. And so we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's going to be at the top of the order for the Detroit Tigers. It'll be Tony Taylor, Aurelio Rodriguez, and Al Kaline. We're going to look to the pitcher chart on this one. There's a 94. A 94 is going to be an out. And a 14, our batter is a C. So C14 is going to be a strikeout swinging. So we start off the 5th inning with another K from Wilbur Wood. That's his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th K of the game. Here's an 0-1 pitch, and that's a 5. 0-1, 5. That's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. And realizing that these counts are they're set up for modern era baseball, so it might be a little bit unrealistic with some of these older players. It's a 1-2 count, and a 30 is going to be another strikeout, so he strikes out the side. I'm not exactly sure what Wilbur Wood's strikeout percentage was, or what kind of strikeout pitcher he was, but he's got a lot in this game. So we head to the top of the 6th inning. It's going to be the Sox bringing up the bottom of the order: Rich Morales, Ed Herman, and Wilbur Wood. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Morales, a 2-2, and the number is a 3. That's going to be a K. So Lolitch joins the strikeout party as well, as he gets Morales for his second strikeout of the game. Morales' second strikeout. 3-2 pitch. 3-2 pitch is a 34, and that's going to be a walk, so he loses him. And second walk in as many innings for Lolitch, and we'll see if he can get around this. We're going to go ahead and do a sacrifice, so we don't have to pull these things, but maybe it's good to just see everything in action. So we got a sac bunt, and we're going to check this chart here. So let's roll against our sacrifice bunt, and it's going to be an 18. 18 is going to be a 5-4 fielder's choice. So it'll be 2 down in the inning. I'm going to go 5-4 on the put out, and that's going to be 2 outs in the inning. And Herman is at second base now. So runner in scoring position, chance to tie the ball game for Walt Williams, who is a right-handed batter. He is a D batter, and he's going to be facing an uphill battle with the pitcher. Pitcher's an A, An 86 is going to be not a steal. Wrong chart. So an 86 to an A is going to be an out. And our batter is a D. So a D51, what kind of out is it? It's a ground ball to the opposite field, either to the second baseman or the shortstop. Williams is a right-handed batter, so that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Second baseman goes 4-3 on the putout, and that's going to be it in the 6th inning. Head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be freehand, Willie Horton, and Norm Cash for the Tigers. There's going to be an out roll. That's an 86. Freehand is a C. So a C86 is a pop out to the third baseman. So the third baseman is Melton, and he's there, and he squeezes it for the out. So we go P5 on there. That's out number 1. And that brings up Willie Horton. Horton is 1 for 2. This is to the batter advantage. It's an 82. Horton is a C, so C82 is going to be an out. And a 29 will be a line drive, and he pulls it to the shortstop, so we'll go L6 on that put out as he lines out to the shortstop, Rich Morales. Here's a 1-0 and a 95. 95 is going to be an out. And he is a B batter. This is Norm Cash. Cash is a B batter. He's got an RBI double in this game. So a B78 will be a fly ball pulled to deep left field or deep right field. So he gets a hold of one and gives it a ride to deep right field, but playable by the right fielder, Walt Williams, and that's going to be out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down. Go the Tigers, and we head to the top of the 7th inning. Still 2-1 Detroit over Chicago. Chicago looking to break through here. It's a 2-1 count, and then we roll an 88 on a 2-1 count. It's going to be an out. And our batter is Mike Andrews. He's a D. So D50 is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. And we're going to go 4-3 on the putout. Next up is Dick Allen. And this is going to go to the batter. Dick Allen is 1 for 2. He does have a single and a walk. We go to the batter. He's an A batter. And an A46 will be a walk issued to Dick Allen. So his second walk in as many at-bats. And we tried the hit and run last time, so let's go ahead and try that again. We'll put the hit and run on. And we have our hit and run card here. Melton is a C batter. So let's roll. And it's an 80, a C80 on the hit and run is a ground ball to the opposite field, first baseman or third baseman. This is going to move the runner over for sure. Melton is a right-handed batter, so he hits a little grounder down the first base line. The first baseman picks it up and steps on the bag, and that'll be out number 2, but it does get the runner to second base. Keeps them out of a double play. So hit and run, I guess we would consider successful in that situation. I come up with a 3-1 count. 3-1 count to Rick Reichert. An 85 on a 3-1 count is going to be an out. And Reichert is a C batter, so C31 will... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. C31 will be a line drive to the opposite field. So a line drive to second or short. Reichert is a right-handed batter, so that's going to be a line drive to the second baseman for out number 3. The Sox do get a man to second base, but they can't get him in. And we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Still 2-1. Good game here between the 72 Sox and 72 Tigers. It is Mickey Stanley, Ed Brinkman, and the pitcher Mickey Lolitch coming up for Detroit. There's a 1-0 pitch. 71 in the 1-0 count is an out. And our batter, Mickey Stanley, is a C, so C71 is a fly ball pulled to the left center field gap. Coming over to make the play is Carlos May, and that's going to be out number 1. Ed Brinkman, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. There's the first pitch to him. He's swinging. That's an out. And Brinkman is a D batter, so a D40 is, that's going to be an issue there. So let's say 39 to 46. That's going to be a ground ball pulled to the shortstop, and that's going to be a 6-3 put out for out number 2. Next up is the pitcher, Mickey Lolitch. Here's a pitcher card, and let's roll for the pitcher. Our pitcher is still an A, so A79 is going to be an out. And our batter, Lolitch, is a D, so we'll say D22. That's going to be a strikeout looking, and Wilbur Wood gets another K. So 3 up, 3 down, go the Tigers in the 7th, and we head to the top of the 8th inning. It will be Carlos May, Rich Morales, and Ed Herman up for the Sox. Looking for a little bit of offense. We get a batter card, so maybe an advantage here. The batter is Carlos May. He's an A, and an A77 is going to be an out. And an A83 will be a fly ball to deep left field. It's a fly ball to the opposite field, so it's a deep to left. And who's there? Willie Horton is there as he runs back to the track and makes the play for out number 1. Next batter is Rich Morales. Morales is 0 for 2. He's got a couple of strikeouts. Here's a 1-1 off of the pitcher, and this is going to be a hit. So an 11, 1 to 17 is going to be a hit off of an A pitcher. So we're going to consult our hit chart here to find out what kind of hit it was. He's a D batter, so he's in this last column. It's a 62. A D62 is going to be a single on the ground to the opposite field. So that means it's going to be a single into right field as he bounces one between the first baseman and the second baseman into right. And Rich Morales will be at first base. Let's go and try to steal. He is a C speed, but we're going to go and try to steal with Rich Morales, see if we can get somebody into scoring position and get a little bloop and get him home. He's a C base runner and a 1 to 50. It's a 37. A 1 to 50 is safe, so he's going to be safe at second base with the stolen base. Brings up Ed Herman. Sox are desperately trying to do anything that they can do to get that runner home from second base. So Ed Herman up, he is a C batter, and he is 1 for 2 on the day. And let's go ahead and we don't need to put on the hit and run with the runner at second base. So let's go ahead and swing away. It'll be the first pitch to Ed Herman. It's a 64, and that's going to be an out. Herman is a C batter, so C29. C29 is going to be a line drive pull to the second baseman or the shortstop. He's a lefty, so that's going to be a liner right to the second baseman. And the runner, Morales, is going to hold. I'm not really going to do any pitcher changes or anything. So Wilbur Wood is the one. So there's a 1-0 pitch to Wilbur Wood. A 49 is going to be a hit from the pitcher. And he is a D batter. D28 will be a single, a line drive, a solid hit to the opposite field. And that'll be a single for Wilbur Wood, and he keeps it going for the White Sox. So 2 on and 2 outs, and it'll be Walt Williams to the plate. This is going to be to the batter's advantage. Here is the roll. Williams is a D. And so a D88 is going to be an out. And D72 will be a fly ball pulled into the gap. So pulled to left center field, but the left fielder, Willie Horton, is there for out number 3, and that's going to be all she wrote for the 8th inning. So no runs on 2 hits and 2 left on for the Sox. And we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is Detroit 2-1 over Chicago. Back to the top of the order for Detroit, it's Tony Taylor, Aurelio Rodriguez, and the Hall of Famer Al Kaline. So here's first pitch to Taylor. He's swinging. That's a 68. And a 56 for a C batter is going to be a grounder to the second baseman. So the second baseman is Mike Andrews, and he's up with it. Gets it over to Dick Allen for out number 1. 2-2 pitch, and this is going to Aurelio Rodriguez. 2-2 and 87 will be an out. Rodriguez is a D, so a D40 is a ground ball pulled. So that's going to be pulled to the shortstop. And the shortstop is Morales, and he makes the play over to Allen for out number 2. There's a 1-2 pitch. This is to Al Kaline. Kaline's been a little quiet in this game with 3 punch-outs. And a 1-2 pitch. He's going to add a 4th. And he's got the golden sombrero today. A tough day for Al Kaline. So 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers as Wilbur Wood sets them down in the 8th inning. We head to the top of the 9th inning. This is the last chance for Chicago. 72 Sox at the 72 Tigers. The Sox are down 2-1 as we head to the top of the 9th inning. Still got both pitchers in, Lolitch and Wood. So Lolitch will be facing off against Mike Andrews, Dick Allen, and Bill Melton. So one of the better opportunities for the Sox. Andrews is 0 for 4 in this game. You know what? Let's try to do a little bunt hit. Let's see. I don't even know what kind of bunter he is. But I know he's a D batter against an A pitcher. So maybe a 20% chance. I don't know if he has a 20% chance of a hit, so let's try. We'll try to bunt hit with Mike Andrews. And there's a 19, and it pays off, as a 1-20 is going to be a bunt hit. And so he just makes it to first base on the bunt single. So Mike Andrews with the base knock. That puts a runner at first base for Dick Allen. So a big opportunity here for the Chicago Slugger. This is a 3-2 pitch to Allen. And an 82 is going to be an out. Let's see what kind of out it is. He's an A batter. And an A44 is going to be a ground ball. 6-2. Oh, I'm looking at the infield in. Ground ball to an A batter. So A44 will be a ground ball to second or short, and that'll be a fielder's choice. So that's pulled to the shortstop. We're going to go 6-4 on the fielder's choice. So that'll be out number 1. Dick Allen now at first base with Bill Melton to the plate. 1 out in the 9th inning, and we're going to do a hit and run with Melton. We've been trying this all day, and eventually he's got to come through, right? So the runner's going. Melton is a C batter, so C37 is going to be a throw him out, strike him out, throw him out situation. 30-50 is a strikeout with a caught stealing, and that is going to end your ball game, as Melton swings through it. He gets the K. And that's going to be a double play, and that will end the game as Detroit wins a close one, 2-1 over the White Sox. This is 1972 White Sox at the 72 Tigers, so a good one in the American League. Wilbur Wood is going to take the loss, and Lolitch is going to get the win. We have our stats here, you can see. Who are the notables? Lots of strikeouts here at the top of the order that I'm noticing for Detroit. A home run from Bill Freehan, and Willie Horton also scored a run, got an RBI single from Norm Cash. That was all the runs that were scored in the game, and not much else happening. A couple of hits for Wilbur Wood, including an RBI single. So a good game from the pitcher. Got a few strikeouts here for Walt Williams, and wasn't a whole lot happening in this game. Mickey Stanley with the single as well. So this is Dog Days Baseball, and I'll be putting together a proper demo so that people can download it and play it, and sort of give me your thoughts and what you think about the game. Basically, you're just flipping a card, you roll the dice, you check the charts, and if you need to do another chart look up after that, you just roll and look at the chart. It's very simple gameplay, but you can see there's a ton of options here, especially on the manager side. I plan to add even more strategic options, so look for more strategic options as we go along, and maybe even a little more complexity with the outs themselves. So this is Dog Days Baseball. If you have any questions or comments about this game, leave them in the comments section below. The game moves fairly quickly, and you can see that it's not a super complex game, but hopefully a little bit different, a little bit of fun, sort of an old style baseball game with new style statistics and values and sabermetrics in the way that we separate players out, not by subjective ratings, but by objective values. So each of these players is separated out into a column based off of his actual performance, not my particular subjective rating of that person. So hopefully that appeals to you, and if it does, you can drop me a line at onbasebaseball@gmail.com, and I'll send you the files. I'll be putting together a proper demo over time as I solidify the game, but if you'd like to just go ahead and get started with it, which a couple people have, just let me know, and I will send you that. I think that's it for now. I'm pretty excited about this game, and I think it's gonna, as I play it more, it's gonna feel better, and maybe I can work out some of the kinks in it a little bit, and hopefully smooth out the gameplay some. I need your help, always. I need people's help to look at it and help, especially guys who've played tabletop baseball for a long time. It's really it's helpful for you to bring your knowledge to bear on new games as well. All right, I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.